It's Thursday. Some of y'all call it Friday Eve. Does anyone know if there's a holiday coming up that's deemed a federal holiday this weekend? Anybody know? Got to get these federal, state, and anything local on a calendar somewhere, especially those days off that fall on a Monday here in Jacksonville. Here in the big city, that throws the days that garbage is collected into a tailspin. I even referred to a calendar that the city has provided me. Thank you, city. That's a nice calendar. But the problem with that is it just says no pickup on today being Monday. It doesn't tell me that my normal pickup, which is Tuesday, has been moved to Wednesday and so forth. They don't want to do that. I'm supposed to know that. Well, the thing is, I did know that. I even conferred with you. I conferred with my daughter and all sorts of good stuff. I made it, and then I said, well, I just wait till Wednesday instead of doing it Tuesday.
Yeah.
So comes Monday night. The guy across the street puts out his trash. So do I take a chance? No, I dragged all the stuff out there on Monday night, late, early Tuesday morning. I forgot which now, and set it up. And yeah, it stayed there all day long on Tuesday. They picked it up yesterday, just like they're supposed to, like they always do.
We're having the equipment malfunctions over here.
We're having somebody broke something.
Little ear pad fell off. She's scared.
You didn't have any dogs get into it though, right?
No.
That's good.
My dogs are better fed than that. All the dogs on this street are better fed than that.
Good.
And Dale, we got a couple of visitors in the studio. Dale, feel free to move that junk out of the way. That's staging. All of that is staging stuff to go into a box to carry with me Saturday. I have to lay everything out first, kind of like packing to go on a trip. I lay all my dive gear out. I lay all my camera gear out. I lay everything out. And I put out a couple of T-shirts and a pair of underwear and some bathing suits. That's it. But the rest of the stuff takes up 2 big bags to go with it. Good morning. I'm Rayford Brown.
I'm Chris Marks.
Good morning.
Lee.
You're squirrely.
Am potted up? Okay, good. I can hear it now. I'm Lee Barrels. Good morning.
Good morning. I'm Carol Town.
Carol, welcome aboard. And Carol, you got your driver this morning, or are you escorting
No, I'm the
him around?
driver.
You don't trust him driving?
He didn't want to drive.
Uh-huh. Who does most of the driving when you take your trips?
Me.
So you're a control freak. That's what you're saying.
No.
Oh.
He just doesn't want to.
So-
He'd rather sit back and.
So then he is the privileged, and he just gets to ride and sleep.
Right.
God,
Play on the phone.
how did you manage that one, Dale? I gotta take some lessons. No, I if I'm going somewhere, I prefer driving and just it's just a me thing. It's not a control thing. Robbie drives and
Chauffeur.
so she's the chauffeur. Does she have a little hat to go with it? You need to get her one.
Driving Mr. Daisy.
Mr. Dale.
Driving Mr. Lazy.
Oh! It's okay. It's all right. It is Thursday, and we're heading into a weekend again, and all eyes are on the weather guys. And I guess is it like when you go play slots or something in Las Vegas, you just don't have a clue what's going to come up.
Right.
And because I've got reports of this, I got reports of that, I got reports of these, and then I got everybody on there saying that they know what's happening.
Yeah.
Nobody knows what's
No, they
happening.
don't.
It's going to depend on so many different things.
Absolutely.
Exactly where it comes in and makes its
Yeah.
presence
how
known
strong the warm front
over
is.
the ocean first. This
Yep.
one is. This is an ocean thing.
Yep.
So there's two systems, I think. There's one that's kind of split off, that's coming up from down the northwest from us, coming down that way.
Actually, it's coming almost west.
Okay. Those are the ones that generally will turn and go back up towards the other way, towards our north. That's what we keep hearing reports about. Oh, it's going to be turning. It's probably going to go to the north. But we keep forgetting about this thing that's out there going to turn around, coming up from the south and going to come in from the ocean side. Those are the ones that we have to fear the most.
Yes.
I was talking to a guy, whatever day it was this week. It was 48 degrees here as I left. I was on I think it was a maritime network. And it was 48 degrees here. He was net controlled in Central Florida. It was 37 there.
Yeah.
I'm like, really? We're 48 here. You're 37 there. That's cool. I like that. Keep it. So
I just like the fact it's 20 degrees warmer than it was yesterday morning.
Yeah.
yeah. It got up to what? Almost 60 yesterday.
Almost, yes.
It was nice out.
It was-
Wasn't
It,
bad.
it ended up nice.
Yeah.
We had a big ice storm in the beginning of 2010 in Oklahoma. And the day before it hit, it was like 70 or 80 degrees.
Yeah.
And then we had an ice storm that brought out, I think, almost a half inch of ice, and we lost 6,000 telephone poles.
You're not making me feel any better. You realize that?
So
We-
don't get confident saying, "Oh, but it's too warm." No.
Those are what they call the sneaky ones. You
Yeah.
got to watch out and prepare for the worst. And just in general, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 of us,
Hmm.
80% of us in this room have plans for this weekend that don't include you.
That don't include me.
Yeah.
You can come.
You can.
Oh no, for that, no, that one I don't have, but I got every day.
Oh no, you got your own.
Yeah.
Yeah, but anyway, the Onslow Amateur Radio Club's scheduled to participate one way or the other. We're going to participate in the what they call the Winter Field Day, National Winter Field Day. It's a big event, but we think we might get some winter weather, so we might not be able to go to our Winter Field Day. There's one guy this morning in where was it? Holden, Massachusetts. I was chatting with briefly. He was a net control over something called the Northeast Weather Net,
Mhm.
and it was only 31 where he was at that time. 9 inches of snow on the ground. They had 2 inches snow to melt yesterday and became water. Well, more than 2 inches melted, obviously, because it ended up as 2 inches of water
Yeah.
in his rain gauge, which he dumped out later on.
Yeah.
So he still has 9 inches of snow on the ground.
Oh my gosh.
No, no. What is the reason for that? But anyway, we'll be talking about to you this morning about all of that sort of good stuff that's happening. We got all sorts of forecasts. I hate to say it, it's really too early to really tell, but we make tentative plans. Prepare for the worst, hope for the best.
Yes.
Is the bestest thing that I can tell you guys today. Joining us this morning is weird. We're talking about growing my vegetables this year and your vegetables this year. Because now's probably not the right time to be setting out some plants, I would presume. But anyway, Carol is, in addition to being an amateur radio operator, ham radio operator, she is a master gardener.
Yes.
She's you're the real thing, the real deal.
Yeah. And I'm actually the president of the Extension Master Gardener Association for the
Really?
next 2 years. Yes.
That just brings a lot of responsibility.
Congratulations.
Congratulations,
Not
Madam
well,
President.
some, but I have, there's so many good people
Mhm.
in the association.
Well, they
that
all
help
like
out
doing
that-
what they're doing. It's not like it's something they have to do.
No, they enjoy
it.
doing it.
So people like that are cool to have in a
Yes.
club organization.
Yeah.
So master gardeners, you guys get out and you help out other individuals too, right?
We help some of the schools.
Mhm.
Next week we're going to be doing a bucket brigade, which helps people with starting plants in buckets. We
Mhm.
provide the soil, small buckets, some of the seeds, and teach them how to do this.
You can't just go out and dig up some dirt in your yard, put it in a bucket and plant some stuff.
No,
Oh.
no. And
You can, but it might not work.
speaking of dirt, dirt is stuff that just grows. Soil is what you put in for your plants in.
Mhm.
And the first place to start is to do a soil testing.
Mhm.
And the extension office has got the kits,
Right here in Onslow
and
County.
has the instructions on what to do, because you don't want to just take it from one spot. You want to take it from various spots around where you're going to grow. Mix it together.
Really important if you're trying to get your yard established for grass and whatever.
Well, grass
Is a different story, but
vegetable gardens,
Mm.
flower beds, anything like that. And you'll get a report, and it costs $4, which is $4 very well spent.
Absolutely.
And it tells you what you need to do to get that soil up to a optimum growing.
so save yourself a
conditions.
loaf of bread instead of buying that loaf of bread. Take that $4 that it will cost you.
Yes,
Go get your soil tested.
yes,
I
definitely.
need to do that.
Yeah.
I need to do that mainly for the grass in my backyard. I'm having so many issues over the last 5 years.
Oh,
So I need to get more
If it
soil
grows, you got to
tested.
mow it. Forget about that.
No, it's just I'm having a lot of weeds and the good grass is not. It's just been a struggle.
You need moles.
No, I got rid of the moles.
I got plenty for you.
yeah, we have some that our cat and now our dog will dig up.
They feast on them.
No,
Just dig them up and kill them.
They just
well,
like
the
catch
dog
them.
digs it up and just looks at it as it crawls away.
Really?
The cat usually kills it, but the last time he brought one and set it on the
Uh-huh.
front porch and it was still alive.
Say, I've done my job. Now you do yours.
He goes, "Here, I'm going to teach you how to hunt."
My cat brought one in and laid it next to my bare feet. And I
Uh,
looked down and I was like panicked.
If you bury a mole live, does it just dig a hole and keep on going?
yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, 'cause that's what they do,
So you got to
And-
get rid of it.
and they're good and bad because they do kind of, they have the tunnels and stuff, but they do aerate the yard and they get rid of the grubs, and that's why they're there. They're eating the grubs that are in
Right.
the grass. So if you get rid of the grubs, you're going to get rid of the moles.
And those grubs. Let's talk about grubs. They're not grub worms type thing you're looking at, right?
No, the grubs are the intermediary, the pupal stage
Mhm.
of butterflies
Yeah.
or beetles. A lot of times they're beetles. The
Yeah.
ones that are in the ground are beetles.
Right. Yeah.
So some of them are Japanese beetles, which you don't want to have around anyway.
Nope.
So
So how do you
Yeah,
tell
so-
the difference? If you dig it up, what do you do? Just kill them all, or let,
actually, I put them on I have a flat bird feeder, and I put them there and let the birds feast on them.
oh,
All right, we have a question already from a listener. They want to know if it's too soon to start tilling the garden area and preparing the dirt.
No,
that's one of the things
No,
we definitely
it
want to
is
talk
not.
about.
It is not. You can till it up. If sometimes you don't want to till too deep, though. I mean, you don't have to go 6-8 inches down. You can just do the top. But again, probably either before you till it, I would do the soil testing. That way, you can add in if you need to add something in, you can add it in, and then you'll till it into the ground.
The testing, when it comes back, does it tell you how much stuff you got in your soil, or does it make recommendations if you're going to do this or this or this? How do we know what I want?
Well, because it'll ask you, what are you going to be growing in this?
Okay.
And so then they look at that and say, okay, if you're going to grow vegetables, this is what you need to add. This is your composition of your soil, and this is what you need to add. Most people just want to throw nitrogen in it,
That's
and that's
standard, yeah.
not always what you need. So it breaks it down and tells you what you need, how much you need.
I don't know how they do it today, but at one time, because my granddaddy was one of those farmers, big time type farmer, and when they started, they would disc it up, which is turning everything over. And one of the first things they did just cover that mess with fertilizer, just gently, good old 888.
Yep.
That was a standard 888 fertilizer. Let me cover that thing with 4 inches, and
Yeah.
then we'll plow it in when
Yeah.
it comes time to plant. I don't know if that's the way they hopefully don't do things today, because a lot of that washes off
Right.
and goes
Right.
into places I don't
And-
want it to go.
And there is a extension agent that works with the local farmers,
Mhm.
and she is really, really good. And she has helped quite a few farmers and people who have orchards and stuff to have the optimal growing.
All right, we're going to start because we want you to let you come back and you're going for a number of shows as we progress through, and some things that people should do now.
Right.
Yeah.
If I've got a garden either in the ground, in a bedded area, or just planted in the backyard or whatever, And also people like me, I got 11 raised beds. They're about 3.5 feet tall because I'm old and I don't want to bend over
Right.
anymore. So I've got those. And
Yeah.
the beds seem to be a great way for a lot of folks to go. They were for me. They are for me.
Oh, yeah.
But you can't just fill them up one time and don't worry about it anymore.
No, because
That first season, you'll do fine. After that, it's
Yeah.
depletion time.
yeah, because your plants will deplete the nutrients out of the soil. So even in raised beds, it's a good idea to either amend the soil by putting in compost. You can get there's different places, landscaping places that have composted turkey manure, which is really good for gardens. And you can get like black cow, stuff like
The
that.
black cow, brown cow is kind of a generic, good all around
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
And if you know somebody who has horses, horse
Donkeys.
manure is wonderful.
I knew somebody with some jackasses, some 4-legged jackasses.
Yeah. Yeah. And just make sure that's composted. You don't want it fresh because it's too hot.
Yep.
And it will kill everything.
Oh, we have another question. This gentleman said he still uses 10-10-10 to till into the ground when he preps it. Is that correct?
No, because you don't,
Tom.
Good. Thank you.
because you don't know if you need that much. I mean,
10-10-10's got a powerful on the powerful side, isn't it?
yeah.
It's got a lot of stuff in it.
Yeah. You got your phosphorus, you got your nitrogen. I'm trying to think what the last one is.
That's why your bees left home.
So that's the importance of getting your soil tested.
You can overdose with
Yeah.
any one of those.
Yeah.
So you don't want too much nitrogen because things just don't work too well. It's,
Right.
it's an imbalanced
Yeah.
situation.
So that's why it's really important to get your soil tested.
Okay.
Is you need to know what and at what percentages that you want to put in there.
Now, what happens because I got 11 different raised beds and they were put in at different times with different soils and different this and different that. Have I got to do 11 tests?
Well, if
Probably.
you want the optimum for those beds, yeah.
Then I got to remember which one is which. Oh, God.
Well,
$44.
Well, you could mark, bed 1, bed 2, and just write it down on a piece of paper so you know which bed is which.
I'll have to draw a map because
Yeah.
Robbie won't let me
Do
paint
your
on
little
those things.
do your little diagram.
Okay.
Well, here's a question, and I'm very curious about this also because I want to do this year is what is the best way to do a little herb garden, just stuff for home cooking?
Well, you can do it on in containers. You can have just a little container garden. You can have a small raised bed. If you have a deck or you have a porch, you can do that. If you have railings, you have the pots that fit on the rails. That's a good way to do it. And then you just walk out your back door and you snip off what you need.
That's what I'll be doing.
If you got to, I saw one time and I always wanted to do it, and we got the perfect place to do it now. One is in the kitchen, right over the sink. And they've got some devices that you can buy, commercially made, that will fit there, like a window box.
Right.
It's plexiglassed in, and is mostly insulated, I guess, from the outside, but provides a lot of light if you got the window facing where I have.
Yeah.
And you can just open the inside windows and reach in there and cut off what you want, right?
Yeah. Yeah. So,
Ooh, that sounds like a full year-round thing to do.
yeah. But speaking of herbs, this is a good time if you want to grow them from seeds, this is a good time to order seeds.
Okay.
Some of these need what is called stratification. It's
a big word.
it's a big word, but a lot of people will take the seeds and put them directly into the ground. They need to be acclimated with the cold. They have to go through the process. The best way to do that is you get like the clamshell containers that you get grapes in, the rotisserie chickens, things like that. You put a little bit of moistened soil on the bottom, put your seeds in whatever depth is required, and then you put them outside. And they'll go through the cold, the warm and cold.
Really?
Yeah. And then
That makes too much sense. And I've got to go into the trash can right now because I threw one of those away yesterday.
yeah.
I will be digging that out before next Monday.
Do you Are you saying put them in those containers for now? Do you put them outside, you're saying?
Yes,
And let them get accustomed to the cold?
right.
and-
They'll go through the cycles of warm and cold, just like with nature, because that's what they need to help get them.
Seeds don't generally come up until the soil tells them it's ready, right?
Right,
So
right.
All right. How about with extreme cold weather? Would you bring them in?
If it's extreme cold, I would bring them in, but they're in the ground. I mean, the soil is going to keep them a little bit moist. But if it's going to be like next Thursday, it's supposed to be 17 degrees. You can cover them.
Right.
You've got the little blankets that you can buy that help protect the plants. So you can cover them up.
So I could actually put them in containers right now, set them outside in containers,
Right.
grow them in containers.
Well, you want the containers covered. You don't want
Right.
them exposed.
Right.
But you want to have drainage holes and you want to have small holes on the top to allow moisture to get in.
Right. For
You're-
the cold nights and days.
Yeah, you're not making a sealed container. You want
Right.
to have where air can go through it. You have drainage
Right.
on the bottom so they don't get too wet, but you want the natural moisture from the air to get to them.
So we can start our herb seeds now.
Yes.
Ah,
Strawberry
Interesting.
and blueberry containers.
Yeah. Yeah.
I bet the
all right.
perfect
Tom
thing-
wants to know, would I need to have it different for vegetables and bee-friendly flowers, or are they compatible mostly?
A lot of them are
Oh,
compatible.
I learned that
Yeah.
by going to the
And-
thing last year.
And actually, it's really good because if you have flowers to attract the bees, it's going to help pollinate your
Pollinate,
vegetables.
right.
And so you're going to get a better yield of your
Mhm.
vegetables.
Okay.
Another thing to do right now is prune blueberry plants.
Prune them.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah, usually you want to take the oldest canes off and have the newer ones.
Robbie, are you listening?
Is there a way, how do you protect it? Because I've had mine 6 or 7 years and it starts producing the berries, but then the birds are eating it.
You would have to have some way of covering them, or some people will hang like old CDs that it's wind catches and it reflects. Some people put in fake owls. Some
Yeah, I
people
have
do
the
in
owl.
the rubber snakes, things
Oh, no,
like that
no.
to try to.
Not happening.
She might forget and open fire on it.
Exactly. Exactly.
And this is a good time to prune a lot of trees and shrubs. The crepe myrtles this is a good time.
Azaleas. How about those?
Yeah, you want to prune those. Anything, if you want more information on a lot of this stuff, you can go to the North Carolina State Extension website. And there's a thing called the Plant Toolbox.
Okay.
And you look up whatever plant you have, and it will give you all the information that you need. How to care for them, how to plant them, how to prune them. So, I mean, that is an excellent resource, and it's free.
Cool. That's a good
All right,
place.
I'm going to put the link on here,
Now,
everyone.
that soil, how long does it take that once you take it, do you mail it in or do you take it over to the office?
You take it to the extension
Okay.
office, which is in the county building at this time. But we're looking at in June.
The tax office building.
Yes, and in June, hopefully they say that we're going to be moving into the senior center in June
Okay.
is the current plan, which we will be thrilled.
Yeah, that'll be rehab too. And
Oh,
that-
it is in the process, and it has been,
Yeah, a process.
oh yeah, it's been amazing. So we're hoping that even if it's not done the end of April when we have our plant sale, that at least we'll have our full parking lot back.
Oh, thank
Oh,
you.
Because it was
2
a
miles.
mess last year.
It was rough. And everyone say hello to Brandy. She wants to say hello to you this morning.
Oh, good morning.
Hey,
Brandy, hey.
Zoe's mama.
Yes. Another one of the hams. We had a whole bunch of hams. up
Yeah.
there.
We're just all hammed up.
You do see
I,
a sign up there at the top.
I know it.
Oh. But it's there's a lot of things you can do now,
Mhm.
and there are a lot of cool weather plants that you can still grow. You can grow a lot of your brassicas, like your cabbage, your collards, your broccoli.
Mhm.
Those like cool weather.
Here I have
You can grow potatoes. You can start potatoes.
Yeah, I thought about it. Here's a from Kyle on YouTube. I'm going to build a 10 by 10 foot compost bin out back this year, like my grandpa always kept. I never had the opportunity to ask him how he started or created it. How do we best start a compost pile?
You want to do, put your yard waste in there, put your kitchen waste in there. Don't put any meat in because you're going to attract unwanted,
Unsavory creatures.
unsavory. If you wet it down just a little bit, and then you want to turn it about, every month or two. You want to get a garden fork and you want to turn it. Some people do a 3-stage compost pile where you start the compost, then as it breaks down some, you can transfer it to the second one.
Right.
And when it breaks down more, you transfer it to the third one, and it'll get to this really fine compost.
I did one compost pile one time, and when I was living in Wilmington, because I had a fairly large in the ground garden, and I wanted decent stuff there because the soil sucked. And but I got a bunch of bales of hay, all bales, right?
Yeah.
Not pine straw, hay.
Yes.
Kind you can eat stuff that horses can, not me. And I stacked them up like you do brick. If you're laying brick or blocks, stacked them up. So like end to end, but stack another one on top in the middle and build it a whole circular thing with that. And then I piled all my stuff inside it. It was not a circular, it was a rectangular fence in, by the way. And as all the stuff started decomposing inside, the hay also started decomposing.
Yes.
And added to my big pile. And when you stick in the wintertime, when I would turn that over, you put your hand down there, it is very warm.
Yes, it is.
Which is very nice.
Yeah.
And that's what helps make it decompose too.
Right.
And I had the finest batch of soil. So I did that for several years.
Yeah.
To improve my garden area.
Yeah. And again, if you go to NC State, there's some good articles that talk about composting.
You can't go to Carolina or Duke, y'all. You got to go to State to get the right information.
Yeah, go to State. Clemson State has got good articles. So if you go to Clemson State,
they're foreigners.
But they still have some good articles.
Yeah, some of these places that specialize in it are great. North Carolina State, that's how I got it started. It was what they call it, North Carolina Agriculture College to begin with, or something like that.
And then the Maryland Extension Office has got good articles about the stratification, about starting seeds in the containers. So there's lots of resources out there that you can go to that are evidence-based, they're research-based. It's not just, Bubba Joe saying, "Oh, I've done this for years, and this is what you need to do."
How long does it take the soil to come back the results when we send it off? Because it's the last of January here. We're working on.
I think it takes. It depends on how busy they are, but it takes less than 4 weeks. I mean, I think it's only a couple of weeks.
So it'd be time for us to fix our soil by the time it gets back here. But go get those little boxes today.
Yeah. Go to the extension office. Tell them you want a soil testing kit.
Which is where now?
It's in the county building.
Okay.
It's on the ground floor.
Okay.
As you head back towards the chamber of commerce where they have their meetings. It's before that. And there's all kinds of signs to say where it is.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, good.
And you pay when you turn in your kit. So
I should go by there and get us some boxes.
Yep.
Yeah, so you don't have to do it when you pick up the kit. It's when you turn in the kit is when you want to.
Okay. So if you get some boxes, one of us needs to run out there and pick up some.
Yes, I definitely need a couple because I want my backyard soil
I don't
definitely
care about the backyard. I
tested.
care about the food that I'm going to.
The food, I'm having great luck with that. It's not so much an issue for me. It's my yard.
She just screwed this year up, didn't she?
Well, I can talk to you about something afterwards.
Yes. Okay.
Carol, we can get you back in here because when they come back, one of the things that we grow around here are tomatoes.
Yes.
The other things that we go in there, but it's not just any tomato. You got to make sure you know which one you like and which ones will work here.
Right.
And not all of them work. I will tell you that because I've tried them all.
Yeah.
And
Well,
not all of them work.
last year was a terrible year.
It was.
It was for everybody. If-
Sir Congressman.
Okay. Can you hold on just a couple
Yes.
minutes here? We want to talk about, we're going to have a little chat here with our good Congressman, Dr. Greg Murphy. Good morning, sir. How are you?
Hey guys, good morning. Hope everybody's warm there.
Yeah, that's a temporary situation, but yes, we are.
Yeah, it's about 50.
Good.
It's nice.
Good. It's a balmy 34 degrees in Washington. So,
Yuck.
Well, the most important question right now, good morning, is how are you feeling?
you know, I am very, very blessed. Yesterday was my first full day back, and I have to say was a little rough just because of fatigue and everything. This is I had a pretty extensive surgery, and so it's going to take me, I think, several months really to get my energy level back up. And still, and anytime they go in and do a lot of work on your brain, oftentimes will tend to have headaches and I've had headaches and stuff.
Right.
But look, guys, I am blessed beyond what I really truly deserve. I had a great outcome. They got all this tumor out, and all this it's a benign tumor. It's not going to kill me. It's just in an annoying place that could, cause some problems with some of the special nerves that come out of the brain to your eyes and some other things. And so, it was a big, big surgery, 6 hours.
Wow.
But when I woke up, it took a while for me to wake up because it took a while for the procedure. I asked the surgeon, I said, I have one question. He goes, what's that? And I said, you didn't turn me into a Democrat, did you? And,
He said, you're normal. You're back to normal.
and he said, no, you still have a brain. So,
That's good.
I might have added, that was pretty cold. I might have added that spot, but no, it was just kind of a joke. But all in all, guys, I am blessed, and
We're happy.
truth be told, was going a little stir crazy, and so getting back in the fight, as it were. So thank you for asking.
Hey, Congressman, quick question, follow up on that one. How do doctor patients? How are you as a patient?
I have to say, I am a pretty good patient. I listen. But I mean, I know the reasons why, like, when you have big surgery, you have to have these things called sequential compression devices on your legs so you don't get blood clots.
Right.
And they're annoying as heck, and, they can keep you awake, et cetera, et cetera. But if you're up walking around, you don't need them. So mine were on, but once I was up walking around, I just politely took them off. And so, now I'm doing all the things the doctor told me. I might have gone back to work a little bit earlier than they may have said. But that's more of my nature rather than just being a doctor. So
Glad you're better.
Glad you get to sit around a lot when you're up
Yes.
there, so it's okay.
Well, Congressman, while you
Yeah.
were there yesterday, did you get a chance to sit in on any of the committee hearing on the fraud in Minnesota?
no, I did not. That's judiciary and oversight. So those are not committees that I sit on. We're on we're actually going after some of the tax stuff. And I think this is one of the things that the let's just say ne'er-do-wells in Minnesota are trying to push so hard. There's so much fraud up there, but now they're just trying to divert the attention. And of course, the mainstream media is happy to oblige them in diverting attention away from the billions and billions and billions of dollars of fraud that's gone in there.
Spokescreen.
Right.
It's unbelievable. And this is where there's just such a difference between a liberal mindset and a conservative mindset, is that they feel like if you just throw money at a problem, it will get better. Well, the sad thing is, and this is what happened during COVID too, there are people, one of whom, good Lord, she's a member from Florida, been indicted for, fraudulently taking $5 million of COVID money. People will abuse the system. And in Minnesota, there has been a systematic method amongst a certain community more than in other places up there. I'm not saying it's just one group of perpetuating fraud. And it was looked the other way because the fear was that someone would say, oh, you're profiling or doing something like this. And so That's the real problem up there. ICE is just doing its job. We wouldn't have nearly nobody protested when Clinton deported millions, or when Bush deported millions, or when Obama deported millions. No one protested any of that stuff. And so it's just because it's Trump and just because it's now.
Right.
So
That's what's going on.
series of questions here. Is it illegal to come across this border into the United States and stay here without permission, without written permission?
Yeah, I think Don Lemon needs that education. Yes, it is illegal.
So that part's illegal.
He would say, he said, oh, well, it's not really a crime. Well, yes, it's a crime. You're coming into the country illegally.
Oh, okay.
Right.
So it's illegal.
No matter what your purpose here. And a lot of folks, believe me, as I've said many times, I've worked in some desperate places in the world. A lot of folks come here for a better opportunity of life, and I understand that.
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of folks, like Maduro, opened up his prisons, just like Castro opened up his prisons, to let those people come here. So, and they've perpetuated horrible crimes, just think of Lake and Riley, once they've gotten here. And so they need to be gone. And so I don't understand in what universe they're the same people who, propose defunding the police.
Yeah, well, these guys that are making them go are called ICE agents, Immigration and Customs Enforcement. They arrest people for these types of crimes specifically, right? They can arrest them for anything, but their primary job is to arrest a bad guy who, don't tell me they're not bad guys. You cross the border, you have done so illegally, you are committing an illegal act just by being here. If you come into this country with a tourist visa for 2 weeks and you stay 8 weeks or 3 years, you're still an illegal alien. At that point in time, you're violating the law. Their job is to arrest you and deport you, or try you if you committed any other crimes in this country, and put you in prison. Am I correct in my assumption?
You are spot on. And here's some of the hard things that we're learning. And I've had many folks call me about certain episodes where someone has come in the country, they've been here for 20 years. They've been a law-abiding citizen. They've been an ideal person, but they have broken the law. And so I know of one instance recently where a person, after 20 years, wanted to turn themselves in. So here's what would you expect? They got arrested and for deported, even though they've been a model citizen, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. We can't have the law work one way for one person and one way for another person.
Well, I don't know about you guys, but I know a lot about cold cases in this country. And there have been a whole lot of people who committed crimes 20, 30, 40 years ago who have been arrested in their 80s and have been arrested and charged, and they finally have to face the crimes that they committed 40 years earlier. What's wrong with that? What's the difference? They've been a model citizen ever since.
Right. And it's not any different. It's just, some of the communities, and believe me, I get it. If somebody's been a model member of their church, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, it still does not change the fact that they have broken the law. And I think, if you tell people this, they understand it. They don't like it. And in some instances, I don't like it. Okay. But that's what it is. So.
Congressman, one thing, this is Chris, I mentioned on the show yesterday, I believe, in Honduras, El Salvador, Venezuela, Americans, if they were to do this, what's being done to our country right now, they would be arrested in that country. They have the same type of laws.
They got federal agents there too.
Yeah.
Federal
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Now, have we got a budget yet? Dadgummit. If you're going to sign the blasted thing so we can move on to next year?
We're doing different, what they call appropriation bills. Now, this is different than the North Carolina General Assembly, which my understanding still doesn't have a budget. But we're doing different appropriation bills, and that's what the whole purpose is. And, to avoid as I say, another government shutdown, is to put through the different appropriation bills. And we voted on another one last night. A lot of federal funding and appropriations for the military, which we got a lot of really, really good wins for Onslow County.
Yeah.
But it's, we have a 2-vote margin, and the Democrats know it, and they're holding basically us for ransom in so many different regards. And then Massey votes against puppies. And, it's just, I don't even know why he's in Congress sometimes. I just was like, why are you here? Is it just to obstruct? But, so we're working through those processes. The MilCon VA is really important. Transportation has been a good thing. A lot of things over in Craven County. We got stuff, MilCon, as I said, in the defense budget, 3.8% increase for all service members. And there's just a lot of different things that are very, very important for our military here in Eastern North Carolina.
Good. All right. Doctor, I do appreciate it. I told folks I'd keep you for a short period of time this morning, as long as you want to, but so we can let you get to work, because I know you're a busy man and still recovering.
And continued success on your recovery.
I appreciate it. It's a process, but it's a good thing. I will tell you, it is always a good lesson. Not that this should be done just for the reason, for doctors, especially, sometimes surgeons, because we tend to get into a mode sometimes that you get to be on. Well, you get to be, if you've done an operation 1,000 times, it becomes routine. But it's always a good reminder that it's not routine for that patient.
Nope.
And it's not. And I think I've been pretty good throughout my career in remembering that. But it was a real good lesson for me to just refresh my brain on how much people really value the expertise and trust in their physicians, and they have to. And so it really kind of, guys, when I get through this life and I take my last breath, if I have to have a title, I would prefer it be doctor than congressman. Truth be told, I think congressmen, our founding fathers, meant it to be a part-time experience, not a long time, not your entire career. We're supposed to work hard and take something to DC or wherever and give it to the community and go back. And so, but it's overall, there's a lot of, I'm blessed beyond again, what I deserve. So it's just recovery, but it's a good experience.
I appreciate that. I still refer to you as doctor because if I ever need you, I don't want a congressman. I'm going to want you as a doctor, period, bottom line.
And I think actually your patients and your constituents are both all blessed.
Yes,
Absolutely.
we are.
Well, you're kind. It's going to be interesting as fall occurs with the election season.
Yes.
It's going to get nasty. But which I think is just a sad statement of
It is.
of American politics.
Sure.
But so be it.
All
So be it.
right, Doc, I do appreciate your time again this morning.
All right, guys. God bless.
Thank
Have a great
you.
day.
Have a blessed day.
You take it easy.
All right.
He's so nice and
I was
easy to
just
talk
thinking
with when we
back
get him in here. So it's just
To 2019.
we don't. It's just like carrying on a conversation with
Right.
everybody in here. We carry on conversations, and we feel comfortable in being able to do that with him. It's not everybody. Sometimes they want to have your questions, what you're going to ask them, and
Yeah.
write it down. I've had politicians to say, can you send me a list of your questions? I have no idea what I'm going to ask you. If I knew what I was going to ask you, I'd get the answers myself now.
And your listeners, if they have a question, you don't know what they're going to
I have
ask.
not a clue. So
Well, we
anyway.
had a lot of good comments from our listeners on our social media this morning with the congressman. And thank you, Kyle. He said, thank you, Congressman Murphy, for keeping in touch with us, which
Yeah,
is good. And
that's what we're here
he's
for.
always done that.
Yep.
He
Now,
has always done that.
Squash, cucumbers, tomatoes,
Yes.
sort of a mainstay
Ready.
for a lot of us in our gardens.
Mm.
Peppers I add because I love a variety of peppers because I cook with peppers a lot.
Yeah.
But those are some of the things that I think a lot of folks in this part of the state, probably the country, love to grow because we think that we can grow them with the best of them.
Yes.
It ain't working all the time. Last year, I got one squash out of about a half dozen plants.
Squash.
Got
One of
about
the
4.
problems is the squash borer beetles.
Yeah, it is.
You need to treat the base because that's where they go in. Is
Right.
at the base of the plant where it comes up out of the ground. There's also
Treat it. Do we just treat it nicely? We say nice things about it. Or what do we do
you
to
have
it?
to use specific insecticides. You can go to the website,
Right.
get all the research base.
7 dust is a standard go to?
Yeah.
Does
yes.
it work?
Yeah, 7 dust works. Some people actually will take and cover the base of the stem with foil so that the borer beetles cannot get to it.
Oh,
Last
that's
year,
interesting.
I don't know whether I fell for it, as I do for so many things. I got a big old bag of stuff because you could only get it in 50-pound or 100-pound bags or whatever it was shipped to me as. And you wet it down and you spray it in, put it in a spray bottle. This powder substance is like concrete. That's the way I looked at it. And you spray it around the stems and over these things. And so these little critters cannot get through them. They try to bite into it and it, it's not good for them.
Yeah.
Their digestive system stops up.
Yeah.
So is that just way out there, or can we do something that actually works that's simple?
Well, the foil is something simple.
Okay.
Treating the the insecticide, and squash borer beetles are just a problem all over. So you have to, and it affects the zucchini, the yellow squash. It affects pumpkins. Usually by the end of June, they're past their season.
The borers, or
the borers.
So you plant new ones in June.
So you can plant new plants.
Oh, really?
To get the late, and those are cool season.
Mine started last year really good, and I got some nice squash out of it until they went for the base of the plant and rotted it out. So now I know.
Do those things crawl along the ground?
Yes.
And then they they don't come up for underneath the ground and grab them, do they?
No, they do it at the dirt level.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So
okay.
So it's not from underneath. It's the.
So what would happen is on
it's
top,
the actual beetle trying to lay the eggs in the squash plant.
Okay. So if you were to take a substance like foil or whatever, and right around when you put the plants in the ground, you just put the plants where you got a hole.
As they get, you want them to get big enough to where you're not damaging the plant.
Okay, got it. So they just still have room to get bigger.
Right.
Gotcha.
All right. So step 1, what do we need to be doing right now?
Step 1 is you need to test the soil.
Test the soil, everyone.
You need to prepare your beds.
Prepare your beds.
You need to order your seeds.
Order your
This is a
seeds.
good time to order the seeds. Put April, the last Saturday in April, put that on your calendar because that is going to be our annual plant sale.
So what kind of plants are you going to be selling?
We don't know yet.
Oh, I mean, are they veggies? Are they
We sell vegetables.
something we could eat?
We sell herbs.
Okay.
We sell native plants. That a lot of those are propagated from the Discovery Garden itself, so we know that they grow in this area.
For you guys, folks who have not been out to the Discovery Garden, it's gorgeous. Take your
Gorgeous.
time.
Yes.
It's a beautiful place just to walk.
It is a
and
hidden-
leave your cell phones in
Hidden
your
treasure.
car.
Yeah. Unless you want
No.
to take pictures.
Take pictures.
We'll carry a
Yes.
camera.
Well, a lot of people use their phones for the camera, but it is a hidden gem. A lot of people don't know about the
Right.
Discovery Gardens.
It's beautiful.
It is behind the farmers market. It is open from dawn to dusk. It's not, you cannot go there, after dark. It has a children's garden that has things for the kids. It has a sensory garden. So it's got like lamb's ear that is soft to touch. It has a rosemary that has a certain scent. It's got the mint that has a certain scent. There's a circle of yew trees where kids can sit down and read a book. There's a little library that's in the children's garden. There is a sand and a water tables that kids can play and get dirty.
Yeah, good.
There is a picnic table underneath the pergola. So there's lots of things there for the kids. We have the koi pond.
Always fun to look at them.
It's always fun to
Yes.
look at. We have the trail that goes back through the woods. I mean, it's just a nice, peaceful place to sit. If you want to just have a place where you can get away from.
Okay. It's a safe place to walk through the woods.
Yes.
And to look at what nature has done, but what people have done to show you what nature can do.
Yeah. And
So-
there's a wooden trail that goes through the woods. So you don't have to worry about, usually you have to worry about snakes. So, and then,
I can shoot those as I go through. Can I?
no,
Why not?
No, because we need the snakes. They do good. And speaking of snakes, I have to get with the Richlands Library to find out what date. But in April, they want me to do a talk about snakes because that's when they're going to start coming out of brumation and
Now I'm like looking, I felt something hit my foot, and I was like, oh.
yeah, because it is not. I don't go with the standard that any good snake is a dead snake because every snake has its purpose.
Have you still got your pet rat?
Yes.
Mouse? Rat?
Yeah, I still have the rat.
She's got a pet rat.
I rescued it from
Yeah.
somebody's garage. Somebody had released their pet rat, and
Oh.
it went into one of the pastor's garages, and they called me, and I went and got it, and I still have him.
You're a lady of many talents.
Next mouse I get, I'm calling her.
Well, this was a pet. I knew from the
Right.
pictures it was a pet rat. This
Yeah.
was not a wild rat.
What did you name him?
Nicodemus.
You're what a who?
And-
Nicodemus.
and
Why?
Nicodemus from there was
Yeah.
a show called The Secret of Nim that was talking about rats and mice.
Guess I missed that one.
NIM is the National Institute of Mental Health, and Nicodemus was the wise old rat.
The only one I knew was Ben.
Ben the rat.
Yeah.
Well, that
Michael
movie,
Jackson.
yeah, but Ben and Willard,
Ben was-
yeah.
Okay. Anyway,
But
Oh,
you
rats.
also want to, if you're doing your gardens, you want to plan how you want to plant. And again, this is where the
Yeah.
extension office website comes in, the North Carolina State website comes in.
not that you're
the
going to be
planning
planting them
toolbox.
now or anytime.
No, but you need
But
to get
what
an
you need-
idea.
You need to lay out your garden and make sure you got everything right
Mm-hmm.
so that when you do plant them.
Right.
Now, do we plant from seeds and grow them inside ourselves?
You can.
Is that the better way to do things?
Not necessarily.
Okay, you can go to a reliable place that has. Now, let me ask you very quickly. There are a lot of big box stores around here
Yes.
that have garden centers in them or garden places in them.
Yes.
I don't know where they get their plants from their seedlings. Are they reliable? I mean, do they know what we need here in eastern North Carolina and Jacksonville and Southwest? And
Well,
whatever?
some do, and
Do they buy accordingly, or do we just go be who knows what we're going to get?
there's sometimes you're not quite sure what you're going to get. Most of the time, you can do fine. If you want to go to a nursery to get, there's different ones. There's Pender Pines,
Local nurseries,
right? There
They
is one.
generally do they
Excuse
generally
me?
plant their own seedlings and grow them
Yes.
from seeds themselves?
Yes.
Okay, so
Um,
that's the one you kind of need to look for.
Yeah, that Old River Farms out by Burgaw is a good one.
Older Farm. Is
Yeah.
that the name of it?
Yes.
Really?
It's off up Old River Road. Imagine that. It is a neat place. That is a neat place to go. Johnson Farms. It's up in Warsaw, I think,
Okay.
and that is an amazing place to walk through. They got venues that you can use for different
Mhm.
events. The trails. I mean, you're going to be walking for a couple miles
Oh,
with
wow.
these trails.
Now, if you're in Jacksonville, Onslow County area, do you have anywhere to go here close?
We have Grants Creek you can
Mhm.
go to. There is
They got a lot of shrubbery there too. If
Yeah,
if you
yeah,
do
they
some
have a
stuff
lot of
in your
shrubbery.
yard.
Red Fern out in Swansboro. S&H Garden Center up towards Richlands.
Yes.
I mean, so there's
Toward Swansboro.
Does Grants
S&H, yeah.
yeah, towards Swansboro.
Yeah.
Doesn't Grants Creek sell plants also?
Yeah. So there's a lot of places that you can go. Typically Lowe's will do okay, but you just got to realize that they're trucked in, and sometimes you don't know where they're trucked in from
Mhm.
and if they're acclimated to the area.
That's what I'm always concerned about. Do they work here? Will they even grow here? Because we're at a certain area, and you can look and find out on
Yeah.
some of the.
Yeah,
If you're
well-
doing it from seeds, you should be able to find out when to plant some of these things based upon what's written on the seed package.
Right.
So-
When to start them
Now,
and when
when
to put
I,
them in the ground.
if I go to one of the stores that has plants, they got them in little tiny plants that have just come up good. You get them for a nickel a piece or whatever. Used to be a nickel a piece, they're about $4. So, but then you've got intermediate plant. And then you got some of them that are like, they got blossoms on them, if not little fruits on them.
Yeah.
Which is it even safe to buy one that's got the stuff already blooming and
Yes.
and maybe tomatoes growing on it?
Yeah.
They're okay.
Yeah. A lot of times you want to make sure that you plant them
Right
deep,
away. Yeah.
because one of the mistakes that some people do is they'll plant and they'll just plant to the pot level. Whereas tomatoes, you'll get a better yield if you plant the whole part of the stem that's bare. You want to bury that whole thing, and you'll get a better root system.
One of the things that I did especially when I would grow my own, is I would wait till it gets up a little bit and then trim off the bottom and have nothing but a little bunch near the top of
Yeah.
the tomato plants. Because the way I was taught, and I don't know whether this is true or not, but it seemed to work when I do it right, take my time, that entire stem that you bury becomes a part of the root system.
Yes.
And the little roots will shoot out from everywhere.
Yeah.
The more roots that come out, the
Yeah.
more stuff it
And,
sucks up.
and if you have a lot of bare stem, you can actually plant them sideways in the ground.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we
So
How do you do that? Don't they break off?
no, well, you can plant it like kind of at an angle so that just the top is sticking out,
Oh,
and then that'll make a good lateral root system.
ooh, I like that. That just goes everywhere. Okay. Carol, thank you for coming in this morning.
Oh, you're
Thank you
welcome.
very much, as
Now,
always.
You got your woolies out?
Yeah. Yeah. We're prepared. We've got gas for the fireplace so that if we lose power,
I've got wood for mine.
that we will be set. Dale tested the generators and made sure that they were running, and got the pantry stocked. And so the animals have got food. And
So I went to the grocery store yesterday. I bought more dog and cat food than I did food for myself. But as long as my babies are taken care
My
of.
generator did its every other Friday test last Friday.
Oh.
It came on all by itself and ran for 5 minutes.
yeah, we need to think about that, getting a whole house generator. But
I
And
think
it's
we're going to
very,
be
very nice.
okay, but we'll wait
Yeah.
and see.
yeah, with ice, you never know, because
That's the problem.
that's
That's
the
right.
problem. Is a quarter inch of ice can cause a lot of
Yes, it
damage.
can.
And
Yes,
people
it
aren't
can.
aware that how much damage just a little bit of ice can do.
Yeah. So we'll be continuously talking about that today and
Yes.
tomorrow for sure.
Okay, well,
Well, at least we'll have
Yep,
each
thank
other
you.
to talk
Yeah.
to through the weekend. Even
Yeah.
if the power goes out, we
Yeah.
can still talk.
yes, I got my external little batteries
Yes.
charged up, so if I need to charge my
That
cell
and my
phone,
jackeries. Yes. Yep.
I got radios. I talk to all of y'all at the same time
That's what
that
I'm
way.
talking about.
Yeah.
We still have our if the power goes out.
Yep.
But I've got everything charged up too.
Yeah.
So
and I
We're ready.
promised Dale breakfast this morning, so
good.
What are you
Where we
having? Maybe we'll
going?
just
we're
go
going to
early.
IHOP.
Oh, that'd be good. Pancake and sausage or bacon?
grits,
Bacon for me.
Bacon?
bacon,
Vegetable platter.
eggs, grits.
A
No,
vegetable platter
I love
at
grits.
IHOP in the mornings for
Oh,
breakfast.
Chris, stop!
Okay.
Nobody goes to IHOP for vegetables. What's wrong with you? Oh,
I got some
Well,
broccoli
stay
up
with,
there.
with our guests.
I can cook some broccoli for you in about 3
she's not
minutes.
going to IHOP for vegetables
No.
either.
no. But like I said, I just encourage everybody to go to the NC State website,
Yep.
go to the plant
I have it
toolbox,
posted.
look up composting on there.
Yes.
I mean, there's just so many resources that
There's,
you can get, and it's going to help you tremendously.
there's my
Very
little
good.
door prize from the Christmas
I
party.
have one too. We
Yeah,
shared.
Dale got that box for Christmas.
Yes, we shared. And then I shared some of the stuff I got with
Oh,
somebody
yeah,
else. So it all worked out
We've
nice.
swapped stuff around.
Yeah,
like you
We
wouldn't
swapped
believe.
around.
God.
I have
Yeah.
so many radios now.
Okay. Well, thank you for having
All
me
right,
on.
thank you. And we look forward to it. And whenever, get a little bit further, not much, because
Right.
hopefully we can get some soil samples back here and you can interpret them for us.
That's a good
Hello.
thought,
So
yeah.
today on your way out there,
I'm not going out there today. It'll be next week.
I might have to go out there today because I got to meet
What you do, I need at least 2
I
boxes.
got to get
Yes,
the gentleman from the sheriff's office. Gotta
You're
meet
going to be
him out
right there. You're going to be right there.
Okay. Another thing to remember.
Yes.
Well, thank you for having me on. I
Thank
appreciate
you,
it.
and we'll
Thank
have
you.
you back next
Carol, we
month for
appreciate it.
the
Dale,
next step.
Thanks for riding with her.
Enjoy your breakfast.
There you go. Okay.
Go have a good breakfast.
That's your payoff. All right. Thank you.
All
And
right.
coming up just shortly,
Learned a lot
Yeah, we have. Right now, we're going to talk a little bit about that mess that we've been talking about. The
Yes,
Arctic
Stu
front
Weather.
we've been talking about will push through Onslow Bay waters late tomorrow. It's going to be ahead of a low pressure system moving through eastern North Carolina by Sunday. Arctic high pressure will build in early next week. Offshore today, northwesterly winds 10 to 15 knots, diminishing to 5 to 10 this afternoon. On the surface, none of this looks bad right now, okay? But this is the calm before the storm, literally. Seas
Right.
3 to 5 feet every 5 seconds today. Sounds and rivers, a moderate chop, diminishing to a light chop in the afternoon. Friday, northerly winds 5 to 10, seas 2 to 4, 10-second intervals. That's going to change overnight. Sounds and rivers are going to have a light chop tomorrow. And on Saturday, northeasterly winds 20 to 25 knots. It's going to feel colder with gusts to 30 knots, seas 5 to 7 feet. Don't even think about it. Sounds and rivers rough, a chance of rain and sleet in the morning, then sleet likely in the afternoon. This is the ocean forecast.
Yes. Yes.
Snow and sleet over the ocean is not pretty. If it's going to be there, tell us about the rest of the year.
Today, partly sunny with a high near 63. Tonight, mostly cloudy with a low around 41. Friday, a chance of rain, mostly cloudy with a high near 54. Friday night, a chance of rain before 4 a.m. Then a chance of rain or freezing rain, cloudy with a low around 29. Saturday, a chance of freezing rain before 10 a.m. Then rain likely between 10 and 4. Then rain and sleet lightly after 4 p.m. Cloudy with a high near 36. And Saturday night, rain, freezing rain, sleet before 1 a.m. And then continued rain, freezing rain, low of 28. And Sunday, rain with a high near 45. So,
Well, Sunday after it stops whatever it's doing,
It's gonna
should be
melt.
okay. But
Yes.
the mess on Saturday night and early Sunday morning.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now,
And
this
I-
is the forecast right now
Yep,
from the
tomorrow-
National Weather
Tomorrow can
Service.
change. We will let
that's
you know
right.
more tomorrow.
That's
so
right.
Just be prepared to
There we go.
be versatile.
And one thing is, you still have to worry about, folks, black ice. Even
That's
when it
right.
stops, you have black ice.
And if there's any
Exactly.
snow that does start falling, and we've had ice beforehand, the ice is going to be below the snow. In other words, it's going to be clandestine. It's going to be undercover. It's going to be under snow. It's going to, when you crash through the snow, you will slide
Just
from
stay
here
in
to
the house.
Wilmington. All right. In the ham radio community, the guys are out and about this morning. Craig had left home in the Richlands. It was 47 degrees on his way to Lejeune. He had a trace of rain happening at the time. Randy out of Southwest, he thought he had some snow flurries, but I think he was seeing rain, according to him, with the headlights of his golf cart. 41 degrees, 98% humidity. He said it was cloudy, calm, and no rain in the gauge. Dale and Carol, you just heard them or saw them in here. Carol, Dale, you couldn't see. He was sitting on the couch. Carol was sending the reports in this morning. 44 degrees at the time, 92% humidity, northeasterly winds at 1, and nothing in their rain gauge either. Ward out of Cedar Point at 46 degrees, 83% humidity, 30.29 inches of mercury. He said it was westerly breeze, not much of a wind at all. Nothing in his rain gauge. Joe, also in the borough, Swansboro, 46 degrees, 91% humidity, 30.34 inches of mercury, southwesterly winds at 2. Lee out in the Woodlands, our Lady Blue here at the time that she called in, which was 5:35 or something. It was 42 degrees, 86% humidity, no wind, and nothing in the rain gauge. Lee, the other one in the swamp, back swamp, 41 degrees at the time, 96% humidity, calm, nothing in the blowing out there, nothing in the rain gauge. And here at the studio at that time, it was 39 degrees to begin with. It climbed up to 41. It's now 42 degrees, 96% humidity, 95% humidity currently. And southwesterly winds, they were very light and nothing in the rain gauge. And on the phone, is it time to say?
Yes, it is. Papa Top.
Papa Top is here again. Do your kids call you Papa Top yet?
No, they won't. I've been called many things, but not that.
I think you're not the next week or anything, but when your children,
Child.
we don't know. He could have many more between now and then.
My
When your
God.
children grow up and they have babies of their own, I think the grandbabies should be calling you Papa Top. That would be cute.
What do all your grandkids call you, Rayford?
Sir?
They don't call you Ray Ray?
No.
Ray.
Sir.
Ray. I like that. Ray.
Sir. It's a good one.
Can I have
I'm
$5, Ray?
I got one grandbaby, and she calls me Grandpa.
Oh, no, I've it's gonna be a long time before we start thinking about that.
Good man.
I'm at that stage now where soon to be 13-year-old daughter. Let's just say that I am thinking about getting a particular weapon to show the boys that'll be coming over to the house. So I'll just to let them know that they need to watch their P's and Q's.
I have a T-shirt for you.
She is a beauty.
I got one for you that all you got to do is show it. You'll never have to load it. Just show it, and the message will be Lima Charlie, loud and clear.
She's beautiful too, Chris. She's
Oh,
a
thank
beautiful
you.
daughter. Is very just like her mama.
And if it comes to
Just like their mom. Yep.
and if it comes down to it, I know where there's a backhoe and I have a boat.
Yeah. So I hope everybody's doing well this morning. Good show as always, and as long as we don't have the S word, I think we'll be okay.
Yeah.
Or sleet, or the F word, freezing rain.
So what's
Yeah,
happening?
we don't. I remember.
Oh, sunshine.
I remember last year
Right.
we had a couple days of snow,
Oh,
and
yes.
it wreaked havoc on the local sports scene, and
Mhm.
certain things were postponed and moved around. So I know the kids love it because they don't have to go to school, and you try to tell the kids, well, you're going to have to make it up on a teacher work day. Or I remember there was one year in high school we had to go to school on a Saturday because we missed so many days
yeah.
because of hurricane.
The
So
hurricane. Mhm.
yep. So let's avoid the snow at all costs.
That's a good idea because so far, if my calculations are correct, the kids have been out of school more in January than they've been in school
Yeah, all the
with holidays
breaks.
and
Oh,
breaks
yeah.
and
Yeah.
teacher work days.
They went back today.
Yeah.
Just so.
Yeah, they went back. They went back today. So it's January 22nd, and the high school today is the first day of second semester.
Yeah.
This is a this is a a hill I'm going to continue to climb on. I think it's just ridiculous that second semester starts third week in January. I just wish the school system and the state assembly would do something about that. But
Well, why don't you
I don't
go
think they
see?
will.
You need to go to the Board of Education and go see your congressman or your state representatives. You got a bunch of them.
Well, yeah, I think, but I think they're just, it's all about the tourism money, and I know Carter County school, like a lot of the Carter County businesses, their school board, because their school board wanted to start school earlier, and they got upset about it, and they sued, and they end up winning. So it just doesn't make sense that it just doesn't make sense for the school calendar to be it is. So that's my rant right for the day.
Oh, Chris, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Lee.
We don't mind football, April, May, do we, Rayford? No.
I'd like it. I got no problem with it.
Other than the USFL.
Well,
I like local football.
you guys remember during the COVID, when COVID was still around, we had that spring football season
We did.
a few years ago, and that was different. It was a little different, but it was fun. It was Mr. Marks, Chris. It was kind of neat going to a high school football game, and it kind of spring weather, and then you come home and work on your story, and you had a college basketball, March Madness game going on at the same time. So
Yeah.
that was that was pretty neat.
Playing football on green grass when the flowers and the azaleas are blooming is just weird.
Yeah.
I'll take
Yeah,
it.
so what is happening on the b-ball court these days with Onslow County Schools? Who's going to do it and who's not?
Well, I did cover some wrestling. Lee, your favorite sport, wrestling. The Jacksonville Cardinals boys wrestling team defeated the White Oak Vikings last night in a big wrestling match. So very intense. The coaches got very let's say they got very animated. Nothing over the line, but they got very animated, and the fans got into it. So so I mean, not into it. I mean, but they were into the match. So there was nothing that crossed the line or anything. But
No arrest, no hospitalizations.
No
Okay, we're fine.
law enforcement was required. There were some blood. There were some bloody noses. And, there were some bloody noses and things like that, and injury stoppage. So you want to talk about legalized brutality, wrestling. Wrestling can get after it pretty good too, and takedowns and
that was the girls' team.
broken bones.
The girls snatch hair.
So, but it was a lot of fun, and congratulations to the Cardinals. But basketball, I think White Oak boys are doing well. Northside boys are doing well, and so Swansville boys are doing well, and then we have a couple lady teams that are doing well, East Duplin and Croatan. So it's been a good season so far.
Hey, Chris. Oh, go ahead, Lee. I'm sorry.
You go right.
No, you were getting ready to say something first.
I'm going to talk if y'all don't.
Chris, I had a friend of mine that was texting me, I think it was 2 nights ago, and it was West Carteret and Northside girls. They took that game down to the wire. And he kept texting me. It was like Northside was 3 points ahead. And I said, well, all they would need for West Carteret is a 3-pointer. They ended up getting that, but then Northside turned around and got a 1 point. I don't know, but it ended up with Northside winning. But what a game.
Squeaker.
He was giving me a description, and I was like, oh, man, I wish I'd been there.
He was doing the play-by-play.
He was doing the play-by-play.
You should have put that up on the Daily News website. It's
Well,
play-by-play.
Chris was at another basketball
what I
game,
mean,
I
yeah.
believe, at the time. So,
That'd be cool.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean that when you're in one of those basketball games that's back and forth, I mean it's a lot of fun to watch, and there's emotions and there's intensity, and the crowd, the fans get into it, and you get excited. So it's that's what the high school sports is about, is playing your best, and win or lose, sportsmanship, and so that's it makes it a lot of fun when those games are you go down to the very end.
Okay.
Phew. It's like watching a Carolina game.
Yeah, and just real quick, Chris, because I know a lot of the colleges will be starting their seasons next week. I think first week of February. When's the high school teams start their spring training or to get ready for spring baseball?
So a lot of the spring teams are kind of doing stuff now. It's not mandatory, so if you're not going to get cut from the team if you don't show up, but they are recommended to get in the weight room and and do the off season activities and the workouts and things like that. But
Get rid of the winter fat.
The first day of official practice is February 15th. So that's where you have to show up to practice if you want to play. And then the first set of spring games, can you believe it, is February 25th. So the first high school baseball, softball, girls soccer, February 25th. So it's right around the corner.
I wonder if I can hit a pitch thrown by one of those high school kids.
Some of them throw it 90 miles
I
an
wouldn't
hour.
even try.
Yeah.
No.
Could you?
I don't know. That'd be fun to try.
No, you could probably get the bat on it. Yeah. Just
He'd
stick the
be
bat-
by me
stick
before
the
I
bat.
even picked up the bat. No.
I haven't swung a bat. Well, we used to play even softball, and with the TV station, we had some games out there we played during every year during recreation time, just fun time picnics and stuff like that. That was a lot of fun because I found that I could still hit.
Yeah. You probably still can.
It scared me.
Yeah. I can swing a bat, but I've never swung one at a ball.
Today'd be a good day to go out and swing a golf club.
Oh, stop.
Yeah.
Stop.
Just careful. Be careful with who you beat with that golf club, Chris.
Thank you, Chris.
We don't-
Thank you, Chris Miller.
Yeah.
No.
So, Chris, all right, let's go big time. Super Bowl. Who are we looking at? Who do you think?
They canceled it.
Who do you think is going to go to the Super Bowl?
Well, I'm gonna say the Patriots are gonna beat the Broncos because the Broncos are a little bit shorthanded with their quarterback getting hurt.
Right.
And as much as I hate to say it, because I really don't care for the Patriots, and then I'd like to see the Rams win over the Seahawks, but I think the Seahawks playing at home
Really?
are going to are going to win. So I'm saying the Seahawks, Seattle Seahawks, and New England Patriots.
Okay.
All right, I got the Rams and the Patriots, and the Patriots win.
That's what I had. That's so far.
Drake
But,
May,
yeah,
UNC boy.
it's just, phew. It's
What's that?
been a lot of craziness this year.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but and I don't know if I said this to you guys before, but so the Super Bowl this year, I think, is the 13th or so.
Yes.
Is the Sunday the 13th? And next year the Super Bowl is going to be on February 14th.
Yeah, you were talking about that.
Well, good. Maybe everybody will be sick of Bugs Bunny at this halftime show. And
Chris, how
Bugs Bunny.
a stadium? How big is the stadium at Cardinal Stadium as far as seating capacity for for the fans, the Jacksonville side? How many people will that hold?
I would say, let's see. Maybe a few thousand.
Okay.
I would say, if everybody would, scooch in and squeeze in, I think you could probably fit maybe 5,000.
Okay.
On both sides, and then plus the people that like to stand outside
Okay.
the
So
end
5,000 or
zone and everything.
6,000 people maybe
I'd have to
total.
walk over for that.
Okay. Now, how what's the distance? We still have 100-yard football field, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it's standard width, right?
What are you plotting?
At these big games, like where they're going to have, how many people will be at the Super Bowl in the stands
100,000?
watching?
Well, no, the NFL stadium, I think that the most is like maybe 75,000, maybe.
Okay, so you can figure 75,000 people watching versus 4,000, 5,000, 6,000 people in Jacksonville. And how long is their football field?
Well, same distance.
Well, you get further and further apart then, don't you?
Oh my Lord.
At one of those big games,
Where are you going?
you might not be able to see them except with binoculars, right? In other words, you can stay home watching on TV and get a better view, right?
I don't know. I want to see Bugs Bunny.
I'm just saying, you get to one of these big games and you get in there and you look way down there on that field. It's like, holy mackerel, we're a long ways away. You go to the Jacksonville game, you get up close and personal. You can hear them screaming and hollering.
I mean, you're right.
They can't hear over us. What are you
When-
talking
Do you
about?
understand what I'm getting at?
Well,
No.
when I was at when I was at AT&T Stadium on
Yeah.
Thanksgiving, it does look.
You have tiny little
Yeah.
people down there playing, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the nosebleed section.
No, I'm sorry. Well, no, they're normal size and larger when you're at the 50-yard line and they're right
Right.
below you. Those guys are huge. Huge.
Full grown men.
All right, let's skip to March Madness.
Well, one note on that. I remember many years ago, I rode with one of the TV News Channel 12 guys, sports guys, to a Panthers game Monday night. This is probably maybe 20 years ago. This is when Brett Favre was still playing for the Packers. It was the Packers at the Panthers on a Monday night game,
Really?
and I was.
Were you
down
old
on
enough?
Yeah,
He wasn't old enough to drive. Give me a break.
But I was down on the field before the game when the players were warming up, and was just a few feet away from Brett Favre, kind of warming up and throwing. And I swear, you look at him and he's everybody remembers how good of a quarterback he was, and he was a gunslinger. He loved to throw the ball, and I swear when he threw the ball, I swear
It was a bullet.
That's how hard he threw it.
It was a definite bullet going that way.
Wow.
But-
how exciting.
But what were we saying, Lee?
I said, how exciting.
She was asking about the
Yeah,
ACC.
but then I was skipping to March Madness.
Yeah, but we got college basketball. I think it kind of gets a little overshadowed because we're still in the football playoffs,
Yes.
and of course the college football national championship was just played this past Monday, and that was a great game.
Yeah.
And India, Chris, would you have ever thought that the Indiana Hoosiers would have won the college football national championship? I mean,
Never.
who would have thought that 20, 30 years ago?
Never. I mean, you think of Indiana, you think of Bobby Knight,
Right.
you think of the Hoosiers basketball team, but I've got to tell you that young quarterback, what a model he is for young people.
Mm-hmm.
He really is.
Heisman Trophy winner,
Mendoza,
quarterback for Indiana, isn't afraid to I mean, he doesn't push it, but he thanks he thanks God for his success and his blessings, and lets people know he's a person of faith, and but doesn't
wonderful.
doesn't criticize people for not believing in what he does and how he does, but he does things the right way, and I think he'll have a good future in the pros.
I think he will too, and the way that he thanked his mother who has MS. That's just that's another. I know had you written a story about it, it would have been one that would have made a lot of people.
tearjerker.
Yeah, a lot of people.
He's
cry.
written some of those that have just brought pure tears to my eyes.
Yeah.
Well, and the interesting thing, his mom is confined to a wheelchair because she has
Yes.
MS, and his father, her husband, refuses. Whenever they make a big play, he doesn't stand up and cheer. He embraces his wife.
Good.
And I think that's a gentleman. Him being a gentleman, not wanting to stand up because
Right.
because his wife can't stand up. So anytime his son makes a big play or he makes a big play, they give each other a hug and kiss and embrace. And that's a pretty cool story.
Don't you start that with me.
Well, I'll tell you, one of the best moments I thought was when the parents went down on the field. He was looking for them. He wasn't looking for reporters. He wasn't looking for the other team.
Stop.
He was looking for his mom. That was great.
There's the
You'll
Hoosier
have to
time.
check, check that out. His name is Fernando Mendoza. He was the quarterback. I say was because now he's no longer playing for them. But he was the quarterback for Indiana that just won the national championship game, won the Heisman Trophy, and won the Heisman Trophy as college football player of the year, and then will probably be the number one draft pick come April.
Okay.
Have
Chris,
y'all ever noticed how the flu rate spikes during March Madness? You know what I'm talking
flu
about.
rate?
Yes. Yeah.
I know what you're talking
I
about.
can't come in
yeah.
this week.
Yeah, people.
and check
I
the
remember
birth
that-
rate in 9 months.
It was bad at the post office. I'm telling you what, we had half a crew during March Madness. Everybody was
Well, I
sick.
remember back in school when, of course, TVs TVs back then were on that portable
Black and
table,
white.
whatever, with the wheels. So
Yes,
you'd have teachers bring in TVs during like ACC tournament and March Madness games, and they were more interested in the games than the basketball fans were.
Okay,
So
now
it's,
if you want to go back in time a little bit, let's go back to time when we were launching spaceships and stuff like that,
Oh, it's
and
all
also
about-
the World Series. World Series,
Yeah.
of course, the football game wasn't carried on during the school time, but during the World Series,
Yep.
our teacher, many of our teachers would bring in a radio. We didn't have TVs that they could bring in, nothing real portable like in those
we
days.
had TVs, didn't we, Chris?
Yeah, but we didn't. But we brought in radios. And my one teacher asked me, "Do you have a radio, portable radio you can bring?" I do. So good. Could you bring that in? And they actually had called an assembly if you want to call it an assembly, everybody got together in the auditorium at Clyde Irwin Elementary School when I was
Clyde
there to watch a space launch,
Oh, yeah.
a rocket
Yeah.
I went to
launch.
Thompson.
I'm like, wow. You know, when you look
Oh,
back
yeah.
at it, and they did bring in a TV for that. It was about 4 inches square from where I was sitting,
Yeah.
anyway.
Yep, but I heard stories about some of my old, older former sports editors that growing up, they would during school, because the World Series games back then were played in the afternoon during
Yeah,
the week.
you can see them, watch them.
Yeah.
Yep. So yeah, he would during class would listen to the radio, and if they couldn't get them on TV, so that's just yeah. And of course, you had some teachers that that just wouldn't. They would be the uncool teachers.
Yeah.
And they wouldn't let you listen or watch or anything like that. And then you had the really cool teachers that let you do all that stuff.
Now we during about that time in the beginning of high school, maybe junior high days, that's when they started coming out with transistor radios. Of course, they only listened to AM. Of course, that's all that was available was AM. So
Yeah.
these transistor radios, these guys, you know what a stupid little transistor radio cost in those days? In the beginning,
It's $30.
$75. Well, for a little
Oh.
tiny battery powered, you had to carry a spare battery with you because it wouldn't make it through the game.
Yeah.
And anyway, and guys would have those inside their book bags and a earpiece, a little what
Oh, yeah.
is now known as an earbud, but it had a wire attached to it.
We
They tried to
had-
sneak it down their shirts so they could listen to it.
We
in
had the
school.
radios with the headphones. That was us in school.
Headphones.
Well, yeah, you plug in the headphones. The transistor. Yeah, we had the.
And I'm sure y'all seen some of the videos like during during a wedding or during a church service.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Somebody's listening.
Oh God!
all the
soccer
groomsmen.
game, whatever, and then and they get excited because the goal scores, and then everybody's looking at them. What was that for?
Yeah. Well, there was always in a reception at a wedding, because I did a lot of weddings in the years, over 400 of them, and there was always during March Madness was the key.
You
In
don't ever get
Wellington,
married during March.
March Madness was the time, and there was at the reception there was a group huddled over in one corner, and they had a little TV over there, and they were all watching it.
My daughter's wedding, same thing.
Same
she
thing?
got married in March. Trinity Methodist.
Bad
Where's the
time.
groomsmen? They're all back. They're all in the back
Yep.
watching TV,
Uh-huh.
watching the game.
I emceed a charity event, and it was the same night as a Carolina Duke game.
Oh, that was dumb.
Well, no, what was dumb is I gave the final score during, and people had recorded it, and they didn't appreciate the final score. Carolina won, but they didn't appreciate knowing what happened already. So,
Yeah.
live and learn.
Keith just referred to it as ACC Tobacco Road Basketball.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
What you should have done, I just said the final score is 41-16, and not tell who got what.
Run out the back door.
Well, don't say who won.
No, just run out the back door. Leave them hanging.
Yeah, I wouldn't tell them who won. I just mess with their heads. All right,
Thank you.
that's the way I
Chris.
am, Chris. Thank
Yeah.
you, sir.
All right, thank you, my
Take care
friend.
of your
Bye.
All
partner,
right, have a good one.
Robert.
Oh my God.
Robert Cahoot.
A 25-year-old Jacksonville man is being held without the benefit of bond following his arrest on multiple criminal charges related to threats and resistance. He resisted towards cops. Ryan Stephen Lewis of Jacksonville, arrested on January 19th by the Onslow County Sheriff's Office. He's charged with 2 counts of communicating threats and 1 count of resisting a public officer. Court records list the date of his offense as December the 21st. Lewis is accused of threatening to physically injure a woman. That's what got him arrested. Investigators say the threats were made verbally in reference to shooting involving a firearm. Just talking about it. The investigation further shows Lewis threatened 2 deputy sheriffs, stating he would,
Dumb.
ready? You got 2 deputy sheriffs. You're in their custody. You've been arrested. And you say, I'm going to kill you when I get out of jail.
Whoa.
Oh, not good.
Right to me. Is he going for an insanity or a stupidity plea, do you think?
Stupidity. There's nothing insane. It's all
stupidness.
You're being locked up in the county jail, and you publicly tell the deputies locking you up that you're going to kill them once you get out of jail. I'm guessing that date could be around 2093 as we're going into the trial.
Rayford, back in I know did they say where he was from? Was it Richlands or was it here in?
I just know Onslow. I don't know.
Okay,
He's a oh my.
because we have another story that came out this morning involving a woman.
In addition to the threat charges, Lewis is accused of resisting, delaying, and obstructing the deputies while they were performing official duties. Lewis began. You get arrested if you delay or obstruct your arresting officers when you sit there and start beating your head against a partition of a patrol car too, because that's what happened. You just do piling it on. Lewis was charged with those offenses while on pre-trial release for a prior case.
What?
Oh, my.
Stupid is stupid does.
It doesn't surprise anyone that he's in the county jailhouse, the detention center, and has no bond available for him.
No chocolate for him.
I read that yesterday, and I'm like, no.
Well, here's
didn't.
another one. Did you finish?
Yeah.
And here's another one that just came
For
out.
today, we'll know about
Yeah,
tomorrow.
and it just makes me wonder if these two may be related. Probably not. A Richlands woman was arrested following an incident that deputies say involved a firearm and threats made towards two people in Richlands. According to arrest warrants, 51-year-old Elizabeth Morris is charged with assault by pointing a gun,
Different case.
communicating threats,
This guy didn't have a gun. He just threatened to have one.
and disorderly conduct. And she was arrested yesterday. Deputies say the situation unfolded at a home on Spiro Court, where Morris allegedly pointed a .22 caliber rifle
Oh, boy.
towards two individuals. Warrants also claim she left a written note on the front porch before later pointing the firearm at the two and telling them that the gun was real, suggesting she intended to use it. Investigators say the incident created a public disturbance, with Morris allegedly brandishing the rifle in the direction of the home, nearby vehicles, and people at the residence, causing concern for safety.
You know, this would be a really interesting, crazy.
Let's put a note on the door.
Unfortunately, it didn't come to this. But if you're standing out in front of my house and you're pointing a gun and you're shouting at me that you're going to shoot me,
Yeah.
shoot into my house, putting myself, my wife, my critters in jeopardy.
That's not good.
Should I shoot you? Could I shoot you legally?
Well,
Did you? Okay, go back. They're on your property, or they're
It doesn't matter where they are, because if they're out there pointing a rifle
right.
at my house, threatening to shoot me or shoot the house.
Mhm.
I just do a belly crawl to the hallway where I know I'll be safe and call 911.
Yeah, but who's going to patch the holes in the house?
I have brick.
So your question is: are you in your
Do I
right?
feel like that I'm I would not, but would somebody else, could they legitimately feel like they're in jeopardy? I wouldn't feel that way because I'd wait for them to come closer.
Yeah.
But if you were sitting in there and you felt scared of being shot,
Mhm.
I
Yeah.
tell you what, that would be a really tough one to.
Well, that's like this past Sunday morning when all that unfolded in my front yard. I didn't get up in the windows. I was like, stay away from the windows. Just lay low.
Stray things come through windows.
Right. You know, and I have a lot of windows in my front of my house. I was like, nah, just staying low.
I've had this door open at times, and we had a stray bird to come in here.
Oh, yeah.
So
I've
if we
had
have
that
stray
too.
birds to come in here, anything else could come in here, right?
It's just crazy.
I didn't shoot.
Did you hear? And right now, I don't think it's a good time to be an Amazon employee because it seems like they're being mistaken a lot for other people. But the father in Texas was just arrested after he allegedly shot and killed an Amazon
Oh
employee
boy!
that he believed was his daughter's boyfriend.
Oh my!
He's accused of fatally shooting the Amazon worker who has since been identified as 25-year-old Desmond Butler, and the person that has been charged with Jonathan Ross Mata.
Did he say, "Whoops, I got the wrong guy"?
Well, now around
Please forgive me. I didn't mean to do it.
Well, this is strange.
He got in the way. He shouldn't have been there.
Around 1 a.m. on December 25th, Christmas Day, Butler drove his gray Honda Pilot into a gas station parking lot. Butler passed Mada's black GMC Acadia, which was parked at one of the pumps, as he pulled into the lot. When Butler drove past the GMC, Mada's wife got out of her husband's car and started chasing the Honda. The news release
She a
stated
dog?
that she then attempted to open the vehicle's back passenger door because she thought her daughter was a passenger in the car. As Mada's wife tried to get into Butler's car, Mada, 39, got out of his own vehicle and fired his gun at the victim's car as it pulled out of the parking lot, which resulted in the driver being hit.
Oh, for God's sakes.
What?
Y'all crazy. Y'all just flat crazy. On Christmas morning before day, y'all crazy. Go home.
Yeah.
Well,
Have another drink or do something, whatever.
Well, he's saying that Mada and his wife said they received a phone call from their daughter in which she claimed she was assaulted by her boyfriend. So the parents drove to the gas station where they expected her daughter to have been dropped off. They spotted a female passenger in this vehicle and they assumed it was their daughter. So besides chasing and shooting at it and killing the driver, it turned out their daughter was not in that vehicle.
Whoops.
But
Can I have a makeover, make do, whatever you call it, redo?
I would like to just on
Dummies.
something totally
Dummies.
different.
No, go ahead. please.
Saturday is scheduled. Onslow Victim Center is stand up downtown.
Yes.
And I'm not believing the weather's going to allow it to happen, but you may want to check with the Onslow County
Hopefully
Victim Center.
we'll find out tomorrow.
Yeah.
Maybe we can find out
Yeah.
later tonight or tomorrow morning.
Yes, thank you for
early.
bringing that up
You're
and
welcome.
reminding us too.
Yeah.
It's a good cause.
Another illegal immigrant, this one in North Carolina, in jail, charged with the deaths of two people, collided head on with their car last week.
Mm.
I want y'all to listen to this now. I don't, this is weird circumstances. 37-year-old Juan Alvarado Aguila is charged with 2 counts of felony death by vehicle and 1 count of driving while impaired in connection with that. 20-year-old Fletcher Harris and his 19-year-old girlfriend, Skylar Provenza, died in the crash. Back in 2020, as it turns out, a prosecutor in Cabarrus County agreed to let a DWI charge slide on an illegal alien, the same illegal alien, Mr. Aguila. He was an illegal alien when he was arrested this time. He was an illegal alien back in 2020 when he was arrested for DWI, and the prosecutor in Cabarrus County said, it's okay. We'll dismiss it with leave. That means that the charge would not show up as a conviction. But the defendant could be sentenced at any time should the courts decide to go after him. Makes me wonder who knew whom for a DWI charge to be all but get thrown out of court. How blue is Cabarrus County? I ask you. He's an illegal alien now and in 2020. In the current case, the original bond for the illegal alien was $250,000 in this particular case right now. The DA in the case asked for that original bond to be increased to $2 million. The judge disagreed. He set it at $5 million, given the guy's history. Interesting enough, a man with Aguilar's name, mostly portions of it, and several other names, giving his age as 39, not 37, was convicted in Cabarrus County in 2003 of armed robbery.
Wow.
Coincidence? Department of Corrections records show that man, whether it's the same as the suspect in the deadly crash or not, had been turned over to immigration authorities at some point in time, sometime after his sentencing. Coincidence? Perhaps. In the DWI crash fatalities, what we do know for a fact, the judge was also told that Aguila has 2 prior failures to appear in court and a previous DWI charge on his record. He'd been arrested 2 times and had not shown up in court on this recent case, 2025 and 2026. An Immigration and Customs Enforcement detainer has also been placed on him, with prosecutors arguing he posed a significant flight risk. No kidding. Now, from 2020 until 2026 now, this guy had been convicted of a DWI, managed to get by with some other charges, and he's now charged with killing 2 people, 19 and 20 years of age. Snuffed them out
Horrible.
while he was drunk.
Huh.
Does he pose a significant flight risk? Yeah, he needs to be flown halfway back to wherever he came from, and from an altitude of 10,000 feet, and they need to open the door and let out. He needs some forever time in the North Carolina prison system, since he apparently, after being in the U.S. for at least 8 years, and we don't know how much longer before then, he needed a translator in court because he speaks Spanish and not English. He's been here at least 8 years, speaks no English, not enough to get through court. Had to have a translator.
Wow.
And he's illegal. So tell me about all these illegals coming here and how great that they are for our society, how great they are for our economy, how just great they are, how wonderful that they are. And they should be allowed to stay here. Just because they came across the borders, they sneaked across, doesn't mean that they're bad people. That's not illegal. Yes, it is. That doesn't make them a criminal. Yes, it does. You violate criminal law, you are what they call a criminal.
Yeah.
Don Lemon, God, get a dictionary and go back to school.
He's a joke. He's a joke.
No, a joke is funny. He's not even
He's
funny.
just pathetic.
Pathetic is a better word.
Well,
Just ridiculous.
somebody posed a question to him. He didn't answer it, but he said, you speak of all these things that you speak of. You have a Caucasian husband in bed with you, but yet you spew all this
Racism.
racism.
He's very racist.
Don't have a Caucasian husband in bed with me. I don't understand what he's saying.
They were asked. No, that was asked posed to him because he's African American. His husband, I guess,
Is a Caucasian. He's
is
a
a
white man.
Caucasian man.
But
So he's
yeah.
a gay guy.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, but,
Okay, I didn't know what
No,
you're
I'm
talking
sorry.
about.
but
yeah.
yet Lemon spouts a lot of racism. He talks about white people are entitled and et cetera, et cetera. And
Yeah.
he's
If
married.
he thinks white people are entitled, I think some black people are being excused because they're black. They're being excused. People are making excuses for them. He's making excuses for himself.
Mhm.
Black lives matter. My life matters. Your life matters.
All
Their lives matter. All lives
All
matter.
lives matter. That's right.
I'm not talking about all of anything. I'm talking about individual cases. And Lemon, you're stupid.
Right. He
As we celebrated recently Dr. King's birthday, I don't believe in what I've read some of his books and things. This is not what his intentions were
Absolutely
when he did.
not.
I agree.
When he tried
I
to bring
agree.
the country together.
He denounced violence. He denounced protests that were going to turn violent. Marches, he called them informational marches, informational pickets in some cases. If there was we saw those as far as industry going on strike and whatever. Informational pickets, one thing. He never, I don't ever heard him say anything about these people who are standing on a picket line like I watched him do in Wilmington.
Mhm.
And as oh God, I forgot the name of them. The people who go in that work, break those picket lines and they go
Scabs.
in. Scabs. And
I haven't heard that word in a long time.
the folks on the picket line are throwing nails under their tires.
Mhm. Yeah.
There's they would cover the driveway there, knowing that when
I
these
heard
people
about
came to
that,
work,
yes.
we got video of it
Right.
happening. Now that is an illegal act. Why weren't they arrested at
was
the
just-
time? Why weren't they taken out and put in jail?
Somewhere recently, I think maybe Portland, they were talking about that where they were finding nails under their tires.
Yeah. And one of the things that I think, me personally, trying to compare what's happening in Minneapolis to what happened in DC on January 6th is so not, it's so different between day and night. It's not funny.
Mhm.
I don't know of law enforcement. I do not know of the folks in Washington, D.C. on January 6th approving of the violent acts that occurred there.
No, they didn't.
I don't know. In fact, law enforcement went out and arrested a whole lot of people and arrested them over the years that they continue to identify them, right?
Mhm.
What are they doing other than the federal agents, unless the sheriff's office is now involved? But what have they been doing up there with the violent protesters, with the people who are blocking traffic?
In Minnesota?
Yeah.
Well, they're somewhat being forgiven by the governor and by the mayor
God,
ahead of time. And when I say ahead of time,
That
they're
sounds like
saying,
Joe
"Okay,
Biden."
keep doing what you're doing."
Yeah, Joe Biden forgave his son and said, "Yeah, no charges can be brought against you until at least through the end of the year." Well, the last year, of course, but he pardoned him for stuff that hadn't even been committed yet. So if he had committed an armed bank robbery from the time of that pardon in 2024, I got the dates right, whatever year it was, until the end of that year,
Mhm.
he would not have been arrested.
Yeah, just you. I can't imagine he would. Josh Stein telling people in Charlotte, "Go ahead, continue to protest, keep throwing things, defy the law enforcement." And I know people are saying ICE are not law enforcement; they are law enforcement. I mean,
Bringing up Josh Stein,
you mean after his recent visit to Japan?
he did put out he's put North Carolina under.
Yeah, we'll talk about that in a
Yes.
second too as we wrap up here. But all of this stuff is just absolutely ridiculous. I'm this guy charged with killing two people, one a teenager, 19, the other her boyfriend, 20 years old. He was a star soccer player too. I don't get it. I really, really don't get it. ICE they've launched what they call Operation Catch of the Day in Maine, all across the whole state. They arrested a whole bunch of illegals who had already been convicted of violent crimes as part of their crackdown. The operation launched Tuesday focuses on individuals convicted of violent crimes and offenses involving public safety and child welfare. First day, 50 people. There are 1,400 targets in Maine They arrested 50 day one. Good. The others, y'all might want to head south, head down to Mexico if you can, because they're going to come and get you. And if they come and get you, committed is breaking into the United States, but you get out before the man can get you, then you're basically going to be home free. But if they catch you in these United States, they're going to arrest you. ICE is going to detain you. Then they're going to deport you. And then your name is on the list. You will never be able to come into this country again, even legally. You understand that, right?
Yeah, well,
They don't allow those who have broken the laws to come into this country legally. So you're screwing yourselves.
What I found interesting was the chairman of the Council of Maine was doing a press conference. And he goes, "We just want to let you know we stand behind our citizens and our immigrant friends."
So he admits they're not citizens.
Well,
I'm just
you're
asking.
saying, no, logic says if you say citizens and our immigrants,
Two different groups. Okay. Weather is going to be, we're waiting. The temperature's up to 42 degrees here at the studio. It's 48 degrees at the air station. And things are going to change likely it will change in some areas. We don't know where. They're covering the whole state. The governor's office issued a special order yesterday, executive order number whatever. It's one of those just in case
I
things.
sent it to you.
Yeah, I
Yes.
got
Okay,
it. I
good.
read it.
Okay.
And it's so that there's a whole lot of stuff that can happen. State Highway Patrol is being put in charge of transportation, period. They're going to monitor it, deal with it. They're going to discourage you if things start developing here or wherever they are. They're going to issue another orders. The Highway Patrol can close roads and DOT can close roads, and all these folks can do whatever's necessary. Curfews can be put into place. You don't look for that to be happening. I know that our mayor and county commission chairman, they can be on standby. So if things do
Right.
break bad locally, they can run off the back of this this emergency proclamation that he's put out. They do this for a couple of reasons so that they can get the word out. So if it happens, y'all are notified. Go home, stay there. They also do it so that just in case there is extensive damage, the same reason they do it with the hurricane coming before the hurricane actually makes landfall here, as anticipated, they'll put out these orders. Why? The state of emergency allows us, as soon as that storm approaches, to then start filing for FEMA assistance, because FEMA assistance is not immediate. It is like molasses running up a hill in January in North Dakota. That's how fast FEMA responds to emergencies.
Yeah.
That was a stupid comparison, but it's
No, it's not. Wasn't
everybody
really.
can get
It's pretty
the
close.
they
Well
understand what
understood.
happens, right?
Yeah.
But that's the reason that states governors will do that, and I applaud them for it. At one time, I thought it was stupid, but it allows them to apply immediately. The papers are already drawn up. If you're under a state of emergency, we need help, and those are about the only words you need to say then.
Mhm.
Here's what's going on, as we predicted, as was said, and we're in a state of emergency. We need help. Get on in here. So they can move around to the head of the line.
Yeah.
And that's what we want here. So good for him. I don't give him a lot of credit for a lot of anything because he doesn't deserve it. But in my opinion, what I say is my opinion, but I think he's done right here.
Yes, he did.
The weather, what is the latest? Did we have anything different at 8 o'clock than we had earlier?
I'll check real quick. I don't think it's changed much, but I will double check. Let me pull up the latest on the page.
They did
Just
talk
looking
to
at it.
some people while you're getting those pulled up. They talked to some people on how they're preparing in other parts that are going to get hit hard. And, well, I got some water just in case. I got foods that you don't have to heat up or
Yeah.
anything like that.
Make sure you got a can
Batteries.
opener.
And candles. But be careful with your candle. People have to be careful with candles when they're using them at nighttime.
All right.
Don't fall. They're good if you're going to be wide awake. If you need light, but there's others ways. Flashlights.
Here's just the situation. You got plenty of lights that you would buy for Christmas, right?
Yeah.
A lot of those lights require batteries. My wife has got 4,000 candles that require batteries. We can light up a runway with the candles that we have here that are powered by AA or AAA cells.
Yeah.
We got them. Use them. But if you do insist on using something that you light with a match or a fire stick of some sort, couple things. Don't put it anywhere near a window.
Mhm.
Why?
Curtains.
You got curtains. Why? Number two, there's not a window that is draft proof in this world. None that I have seen. They advertise them being environmentally great. There's going to be a draft created.
Mhm.
One thing, the temperature on one side of the window is different than the temperature on the other side. And the difference in temperatures creates drafts all by themselves. Doesn't have to wait for the wind to blow. That's the way cold and hot works. Somebody says, you know what? I never thought about that.
If you're using any kind of gas,
Yep.
regardless, in your house, please make sure you have a carbon monoxide
That too.
detector.
Yep.
Mine is a combo, carbon monoxide and fire. Because when Brian Kelly was here and said, no, this is what you need, I ran right out and got a couple of them. But the latest on the weather, I just pulled this up
Good.
from the National Weather Service. And let's just start with Friday night. A chance of rain, then a chance of rain or freezing rain, cloudy with a low of 29 winds gusting up to 18 miles per hour. Saturday, a chance of freezing rain in the morning, then rain likely later in the day,
When it warms up
and
a little
then
bit,
rain and sleet likely after 4 p.m.
when it cools off again.
Cloudy with a high near 36. Saturday night, rain, freezing rain and sleet, then rain or freezing rain, low around 29. So,
As for some of the precautions, exactly what you just read, freezing rain, adhering to power lines, all those
worse.
power lines,
right.
all the whatever they're strung up in the air out there. As the rain comes down, it freezes on those power lines. More rain comes down, it just freezes on top of the ice. Have you ever been around icicles that are forming with water that comes off your roof
Yep.
and it just comes down and it just gets
Stab you.
bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and heavier and heavier? That's what happens with the rain and freezing rain as it freezes on power lines. Then it gets heavy.
Yes.
Now, the other part that you didn't read there, northeasterly winds, 11 to 14 miles per hour. This is not offshore. This is here on dry land
Okay.
or wetland, whatever it is. But anyway, it's going to be windy. Windy conditions with trees that are laden with ice causes branches to break. He's dreaming.
Yes.
Causes branches to break. If those branches are over power lines, so one of two things can happen. It can be heavy enough to break the power line. It can just fall over the power line or over the transformer. Those transformers may have coming into your house, I don't know, 25,000 volts on the primary side. Hey, then at that power, if that limb falls across any of that and goes to the neutral side or the ground side, your transformer's going quick. It's going. If you hear a big explosion, then your power goes off. It's not because the transformer blew up. That generally is not the case. It's because this big circuit breaker that is on the outside of that transformer pops because there's an overload, a direct short generally, and it pops and it sounds like about a 30-06 going off.
I will add that Sunday is rain all day long with a high near 45, which will melt any ice that we have.
Yes.
Sunday night, it's only supposed to get down to 32. But Monday, a chance of rain and snow before 1 p.m.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, we'll see.
School's out
yeah, well,
for Monday.
yeah. Pay attention to whatever the schools put out for
Yes.
both. Wouldn't know, but they will. It's up to them what they do. If they turn school out a little bit early on Friday, whatever.
We'll
To allow
wait
people to
and
get
see.
home and make
Just,
preparations.
for people that don't understand, it's not so much. It's not the main roads. When they let the
The
schools out for
rural.
everybody, it's the rural roads,
Yep.
and they can't just go, okay, rural road students, you're getting out early.
Yes.
They got special schools for you. You go.
You're
You go to the
100%
school.
correct. You're
and when
100%.
because if you've never driven one of them big old orange thingamabobbers, I have, and even back then I remember it very well. And I drove some big trucks even before I drove a school bus. And I was 16 when I started driving a bus. Yeah, I drove those trucks legally, not on the roads. They have to go down some of these rural roads that you have to go down and turn around on.
Oh yeah.
There are ditches, a little mud, a lot of mud, a little sleet, a lot of sleet. That stuff gets really slippery. Do you want your
Yes.
child to be on a bus stuck for 4 or 5 hours while they try to get a wrecker out there to remove the bus from the ditch? And then they're going to have to remove the kids from the bus so they can stand around in the ditch and on the wet ground? No. Don't blast the school system for taking preventative action. They were doing it for the safety of the drivers, for the safety of the children. Okay.
It
So
doesn't matter what the
If you
school
want
does.
to,
Somebody's going to
if you want to second guess them, you know what?
It's terrible.
Then it's too late to do it this time. But next time they have a school board election in 2 years, run for office. Then you might have some say so that means something, or you might learn something.
Right.
Okay.
Well, if they do, darn if they do, and darn if they don't.
Yeah, they will.
If they don't do it by a person's set time, they get criticized. But all in all, it always works out.
Yeah, it
Doesn't
does.
And if they do close school a little early on Friday, and the sun comes out and it's 83 degrees, just say, well, they did the best they could do with the knowledge that they had at that time.
Just say how blessed we are that it
Thank you.
ended up nice.
Now, kid, get home and you can clean out the
Do your
cars.
homework. That's right.
Okay. We will be back in here tomorrow, and we'll keep you up to speed. If there's
Yes.
anything that changes during the day, Lee or I, or Chris, if he's available, we'll post it on our Facebook page. If there's any news coming out of any official news coming out of the headquarters here, whether it's the law enforcement agencies, the county office, the city manager's office, or whatever, we'll be glad to post it. Please don't post any rumors on our page. Your rumors, put it on your own page. If anybody cares about it, they'll let us know. Okay.
Love it.
Right, exactly.
Meanwhile, have a great rest of your day. And yes, I'm gonna put some gas in my vehicle. I've got a half a tank or so, but I'm gonna go ahead and top it off. Why? Because I don't know if something does happen.
That's the only thing.
I know that with a Jeep, I'm going to be put into service to assist.
Sure.
Always do. It's the way it happens.
I have 4-wheel drive and a tow bar, so.
Well,
But I'm not towing anybody.
No.
I'm home.
but anything that you need now, go ahead and buy yourself 200 or 300 loaves of bread. The birds will love it. You can feed the birds in case it does snow. And then you can do
I will
whatever
tell
you want
you.
to.
I went out yesterday morning after I left here.
How much bread did you buy?
I did not buy any bread.
Good. You make your own.
I make my own. But I was in there and I was just casually shopping. I just wanted to stock up cat food, dog food, and other little things that I knew I would eventually have to go out and get. And it was peaceful. My sister texted me yesterday afternoon. She said she went to the store afterward. She said it was like Armageddon. Nope. Mm-mm.
It's not Armageddon. It's people are getting.
People getting Armageddon. All right.
Get your best and head south. That's the best way to do. Okay, we will see you in the morning. So be
Yes, we
careful
will.
out there and just stay safe and don't get rattled. Don't get crazy. All right.
Everything's going to be
And
fine.
don't get in my way because I'm gonna be running to the gas station here very shortly. Don't get in front of me.
I'm waiting for you
I
to
don't have
find the
any brakes.
cheapest price today, and then I'll go.
I don't
get
have any
mine.
brakes.
That's good.
Give me a break.
I will. Right or left leg. You're live and local. Real talk. Where we
It's
are awake.
mean.
We're never woke, and we'll see you in the morning, if not
Blessed
before.
day.
Bye, yeah.